Go to custom, and then you want to select the resolution that you want to push your video through at. Then you hit OK. And from there, there's one more step, but I'm going to give you a side tip as well. When you test everything to make sure that you have it up and running, one problem that a lot of people get when they are going live is they get an audio sync problem that happens. In order to fix that, all you have to do is you have to go into your mixer option here, and you will see that you have an option for whichever audio device it is that you're using. So what you want to do in that situation is you just want to adjust the milliseconds on the audio to compensate for that lag. For me, usually between 200 and 500 usually does the trick. Once you have everything set up inside of OBS that we just went over, you want to head over to back to your YouTube streaming page. From there, you want to make sure that you put your title and your description just like you normally would for a video, because these live videos, when you do them, they can rank as well. So you want to make sure that you get everything together in your meta. And for your tags, you want to make sure that you click on the advanced settings here. And when you do that, then you can click on basic info, and then that will allow you to add your tag as well. So once you have that part of it set up, I strongly recommend that you do a private stream first, or an unlisted stream that you share with friends, so that you can, make sure that your audio is synced up and make sure that everything is coming out exactly the way that you want to. And as long as everything is set up the way that you want to, then you go back into OBS and then you hit start streaming. And when that happens, you'll keep an eye on this up here where it says offline. And then once your stream starts going through, it's going to say starting. And then now it is telling me that I am live. So one thing that you can do is you can test your audio sync right here on this, or you can also test your audio sync by actually opening up your channel page and going to the specific URL of your stream, which would be whatever your channel is /live. Then once your stream is over, all you have to do is
toss. That'll be important, because what happens later, we've had so
inside of OBS, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and if I've already made the tutorials live by the time that you've gotten here, then I will put a
and we've got Quetta Gladiators captain as well, Sarfraz. Bebak is the mascot, and we've got Roshan Manama as the match referee. You have the coin then, Misbah. Tails is the call. Hey. It's quite pretty dramatic for you to announce the toss. It is tails. It's come down as a tail. कैसा लग रहा है? बॉलिंग पहले करेंगे?
जी मुझे बिल्कुल बॉलिंग पहले करेंगे। पिच अच्छा लग रहा है, थोड़ा सा ड्राई है, लेकिन कोशिश करेंगे उनको कम रन पे आउट करें और उसको स्कोर को चेस करें।
कुछ घबराहट नहीं कि सेकंड टाइम अराउंड थोड़ा सा स्लो हो जाएगी ये?
मुझे घबराहट नहीं होती कि अंडर लाइट है, बॉल थोड़ा स्किड करेगा, बिल्कुल है कि थोड़ा स्लो होगा, लेकिन ये कि हमें आइडिया है यहाँ के पिचेस का और यहाँ का जो ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड रहा है शारजाह का, जो जिन्होंने पहले बॉलिंग की है, अगर उनको टारगेट अच्छा मिला तो वो चेस कर सकते हैं इजीली।
इनको हराने के लिए यूनाइटेड को क्या करना पड़ेगा आज?
मुझे बहुत अच्छी क्रिकेट खेलनी पड़ेगी, बड़ी बैलेंस टीम है इनकी और कोशिश करेंगे कि हम अच्छी बॉलिंग करके और अच्छी बैटिंग करके इनको मैच में रिस्ट्रिक्ट करें।
और आपकी स्ट्रेंथ्स क्या हैं?
रमेश भाई आज थोड़े से हमने चेंजेस किए हैं क्योंकि रैली रोसो भी बीमार है, वो आज टीम में नहीं है, उनकी जगह महमूदुल्लाह आ गए और आर्चर एक बड़ा सेटबैक हुआ है, वो पूरा फिट नहीं है तो उसकी जगह जॉन हेस्टिंग टीम में शामिल हुए हैं।
चलें, हैव अ गुड वन।
थैंक यू।
Misbah, back playing for your team as a captain, fit again. How are you feeling?
Yeah, hopefully it's good. You see, when you test yourself in the middle, that's the real test. So looking forward for that.
I mean, Sharjah hasn't changed much in the last 20 years. You get same kind of sheen, same kind of barren strip. You happy batting first?
Yeah, I mean it's all about putting good score. I mean if you go out cheaply then it's a problem. But 160 plus is the average score if you want to win the game. So it doesn't matter whether you are batting first or batting second.
Your latest arrival, JP Duminy, is here. He should provide you with few options.
Yeah, obviously he was struggling in the both games with our top order especially, so hopefully he's back, he's in good form, so that will obviously give us some confidence.
All right, okay, have a good one, Misbah.
Thank you.
Right then, the news from the centre out here is that Quetta Gladiators have won the toss and elected to bowl first.
Surprise there, no surprise here as well. I'm in great company tonight, you know, because this man here was the man of the series. Australia, India, New Zealand.
Look, I wasn't man of the series. There was a little known called Sachin Tendulkar, who was man of the series. He made 300s.
Right.
I was sort of bowler of the series.
Are you a bowler of the series?
Yeah, because I beat the bat once. This was the play.
It's far there. It's what's it like bowling out there?
Actually, it's a real challenge, but it's exciting as well because you're not going to swing and change your pace, change your angles. So good challenge, Wilco.
Yeah, I had a little walk out there. It is like a glass. It's like this. It is absolutely, it's glass. And how you even get your spikes into it, you know, your bowling spikes. I'll never know. Here it is, man. Look at the sheen on that.
Yeah, it's like a mirror. That's why you spent a lot of time looking at it, didn't you? You did your hair. You did your hair looking at the pitch.
I don't need to do my head.
Just what I'm saying. It's not going to break up either. So I don't know whether there'll be a lot of turn in the first game. So it should be some high scores here.
Well, here's a sign that things could be tough. Even the coin didn't want to land.
No, and as you can see, it's not really.
Oh, there's a little bit of movement for the coin. There could be a bit of an edge in this contest.
Yes,
Like it. Well, let's look at how these sides have fared against each other. Quetta won the first two, going back to the inaugural tournament. That was the final in 2016 when Islamabad beat Quetta in the final in Dubai. And Brad Hadding got 70 odd in that match. And then Islamabad have won the last two. So Islamabad have won the last three. And of course these two teams have just won one match in their two, one each. So they've got something to play for right now. Okay, we've got plenty to look forward to. This is JP Duminy getting his cap. And there JP Duminy, the South African all-rounder, off-spinner, gets his cap. That's a big highlight for him, isn't it? Dean Jones, former Australian Test cricketer and one-day player of note. He gives them a champion moment for JP Duminy. We'll take a break, back in a moment.
*786# मिलाएं और करीबी इजी पैसा रिटेलर से फ्री कैश डिपॉजिट करवाएं। इजी पैसा मोबाइल अकाउंट आजमाओ, क्योंकि इसमें आप ही का फायदा है। इन सालों में कई चीजें बदली, नहीं बदला तो मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस, जो मिला मुझे दुनिया के नंबर 1 हेड एंड शोल्डर्स से। नंबर 1 बनने के लिए ट्राई करो हेड एंड शोल्डर्स और बनाओ पाकिस्तान को डैंड्रफ फ्री। एक एहसास से जुड़े लाखों दिल, हम हैं पाकिस्तान, सुपर है पाकिस्तान।
Jazz 4G Wi-Fi device. That's हो गई।
High speed internet on the go with Jazz 4G Wi-Fi devices.
दुनिया को बता दो।
डर से मत करो, क्योंकि डर के आगे जीत है।
Change of venue for the HBL PSL. We're here in Sharjah, one of the iconic grounds for the shorter format of cricket, and the crowds have been coming in. There's some huge queues outside. We're expecting a good audience tonight. And Misbah ul Haq is the news for Islamabad United. He is back, the captain is back. He's missed the first 2 games, and no suit tonight for Dean Jones. Damien Fleming is alongside. Why do you think the suit change?
I just think he's trying a bit more casual, relax the group. He was doing throwdowns. He is a noted thrower of the ball, and he threw some very, very good throwdowns.
Yeah. Let's look at their team then, because Islamabad United, there's one big omission there, and that is Andre Fletcher. He and JP Duminy is in. Chadwick Wharton, the hard-hitting West Indian, and of course there is no Samit Patel. He doesn't go to get. Steve Finn is still playing in there, and Farhan is out.
They just tried to strengthen their batting. They're happy with their bowling, but that's a big Andre Russell's been one of the most dominant T20 players going around.
What about the Cricket Gladiators? Your fellow countryman John Hastings gets a match tonight.
I'm assuming that's the job for Archer, who might have just a bit of a side complaint. But Shane Watson and Kevin Peterson, the big names of the overseas players, and the captains look good though, Sarfraz Ahmed.
Rahat Ali, the left arm quick there. Rahat Ali right there. He got some pace in Dubai, and he could get some pace out here tonight. Right, let's get, is it weather or pitch we're going to? Right, thank you very much indeed. The pitch report that's brought to you by Pepsi, Gile Harpan.
Well, it's nice to be out in the middle of the Sharjah ground, a very new ground. Look, the Zing bale's ready to go, and from the camera at the other end you can probably see the sheen of the pitch. So very different here in Sharjah. We haven't got the grass, but you can see the sheen. It's like a mirror. Someone like Dean Jones would be looking at himself here doing the hair, but as we move up it is so hard, so hard. It's like the road that we travelled on from Dubai to here. And just to let you know, the average score in the game so far, the T20s in PSL, is mid 150, so 155, slightly higher than in Dubai, but it is a very different look for the batsmen at either end. They'll be looking down going, wow, this is a different pitch. Maybe I have to play a little bit differently, as well as the bowlers. The lengths might be different, but it's going to be exciting. Just remember, mid 150s has been the average score in T20s here.
Yeah, that pitch, it cannot emphasise enough the sheen on that. Damien Fleming's bowled on it. I will say this again, Flem, bowler of the series. Well bowled, mate. But how difficult is it? There's not a blade of grass on it. There's not a blade of grass.
Well, you're not expecting to swing the ball, so you might throw it over or a few balls, throw it up there. If there's no swing or seam whatsoever, you've got to bring your length back, like Sluts was saying. Hit the deck hard, and obviously you change your pace and angles, whether you're a quick bowler or a spinner, are very important.
And what about these short boundaries? Does that worry you in the back of your mind? Do you think, goodness me, there's a boundary there 35 yards away?
Of course it does. Of course it does. But with that threat, you've still got to have a plan. And these guys, they have a lot of set plans, different batsmen. They know who gets them out, so that'll be all ready to go tonight.
one of the great knocks we saw here last year was Kevin Peterson. He hit some of the biggest sixes I've ever seen out of the ground, over there, into the shopping malls. It was a big one. Right, weather report. What's the weather like? Danny Morrison's our man with the weather report. It's brought to you by Head and Shoulders. Had to be with Danny, didn't it? Because he hasn't got a hair on his head. Banal, Pakistan, called dandruff-free.
The full moon on a wicked Wednesday. I'm going to start howling soon, but first we've got to get on with the weather report. And the Met Service, I think they're a bit tricky. The Met Service saying no chance of rain. Well, it was raining in Dubai. We've just driven up here in the Emirates to Sharjah, and it was dark and it was murky then. So I'll tell you what, I don't know. I'll tell you what though, the weather in this place, 23 degrees Celsius, 14 kph in terms of the breeze. So there is a breeze around. Wonder how Spidey will go on the breeze this evening. And the 62% humidity thrown in there. Tell you what, nothing like it. It's nice and cool. It's a lovely night for PSL cricket. Great here in Sharjah.
It's a very dangerous combination of full moon and Danny Morrison. Think about that as we go to this break. See you in a few moments.
एक एहसास से जुड़े लाखों दिल, हम हैं पाकिस्तान, सुपर है पाकिस्तान।
100% कौन से बनी कुरकुरे, जिसके टेढ़े टेढ़े बनने वाला है ज्यादा फ्लेवर शेवर,
टेढ़ा है पर मेरा है।
एलाइड बैंक, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
हाय, मेरा नाम अमजद है। इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर था बाय प्रोफेशन, अब वाला हूँ बाय पैशन। प्रोफेशन से पैशन तक के सफर में बहुत सारी चीजें मेरे कंट्रोल में नहीं थी, मगर एक चीज थी जिसमें मुझे पूरा कंट्रोल था, फोन का बिल। टेलीनॉर इजी कार्ड सिर्फ 600 रुपए में 1500 टेलीनॉर BTC मिनट्स, 1500 MBs, 1500 SMS और 150 मिनट्स दूसरे नेटवर्क से। बस एक वक्त रिचार्ज किया और महीने भर की आसानी जो मैं चाहूँ। टेलीनॉर 4G, जो हर पाकिस्तानी चाहे।
पिकनिक से पहले बच्चों ने मुख्तलिफ एंटीबैक्टीरियल साबुन से हाथ धोए, फिर यही हाथ जर्म बोर्ड पर लगाए। जर्म्स हर तरफ बढ़े सिवाय सेफगार्ड वाले हाथ पे। सिर्फ सेफगार्ड से धुला हाथ रहा साफ।
पिकनिक से पहले हाथ धोए सेफगार्ड से।
जब दूध और अंडे में मिले स्ट्रॉबेरी, वनीला और बनाना का फ्लेवर, तो बनता है मजेदार डिप स्विस रोल। जो भी खाए इसी का हो जाए।
आप ट्राई करें न्यू पैम्पर्स पैंट्स। इससे पहनाइए आसानी से एक नॉर्मल पैंट की तरह, चाहे बेबी करे जितनी भी मस्ती। ये दे बेहतरीन फिट और रहे 12 घंटे तक खुश। जब स्टार्ट हो बॉल टाइम तो है पैम्पर्स पैंट्स टाइम।
मारियोस पास्ता है फन से भरा। मचा दे धूम। ताकि आपके प्यारों को मिलती रहे सेफ एंड हेल्दी चिकन। एक एहसास से जुड़े लाखों दिल, हम हैं पाकिस्तान, सुपर है पाकिस्तान।
Jazz 4G Wi-Fi device, बचत हो गई।
high speed internet on the go with Jazz 4G Wi-Fi devices.
दुनिया को बता दो।
Of all time, Waqar Younis and Flem. Let's tell you what, we're talking about where your foot lands on maybe on the surface. Let's also talk about the job for Archer about his heel and maybe his heel's getting bruised from landing and whether he can actually get his whole foot to land when he gets on the crease there. But interesting is, I think Archer's out for injury, but Russell's
Spain omits it.
Yeah,
that's massive news.
Yeah, it is. Andre Russell, I think, he's been out of cricket for a year. I think he'll gain his strength as the tournament goes on. Now then, here's a star in the making right here. What do you think of this bowling action, Flynn? Look at this young lad. This is on a tweet. Nobody knows his name. Nobody knows where he's from. He's from one of the villages in Pakistan. Do you know who this lad is? What do you think?
Yeah, a bit of Muhammad Amir about that action. Maybe get a little bit higher with that non-bowling arm, but he's impressed one of the greats.
Yeah, Wasim Akram has said, where is this boy? We have serious talent flowing through the veins of our nation and no platform for these kids to be discovered. It's time we do something about it. Hashtag the future of cricket is with our youth. Thanks, Waz.
Yeah, very good, Wasim.
There he is. There's the great man, you know. Look at that. Dirt, mud, grass, sweat. That's when you're batting. Clean bowl. Clean bowl.
He clean bowled me. Don't worry about that.
You're in good company. You're in good company. We're in good company here. We're in Sharjah, and it's the first of 6 days before we go back to Dubai. Then we come back to Sharjah. We are expecting cricket desert storms here tonight. The Gladiators have won the toss, and they will be bowling first. It's Quetta against Islamabad, a repeat of the 2016 final. Fasten your seatbelts. It's the PSL.
बड़े शेड्स वेड्स एकदम टॉम क्रूज लग रहा है मेरा भाई। डिस्काउंट मिल रही थी, सोचा ट्राई कर लूं। क्या बात है बॉय, शादी के बाद बड़े रंगीन ड्रेस पहनने लग गया। बस यार डिस्काउंट भी मिल रही थी, सोचा ट्राई कर लूं। और अभी कहाँ? बस यार डिस्काउंट भी मिल। तुम लोग कर लो छोड़, मैं जा रहा हूँ इजी कार्ड। अरे रुक, तू ये भी डिस्काउंट पे ले लेना।
इजी पैसा मोबाइल अकाउंट ट्राई करें और इजी कार्ड के साथ बहुत सारे टेलीनॉर बंडल्स पर डिस्काउंट एंजॉय करें। अकाउंट एक्टिवेट करने के लिए अभी अपने टेलीनॉर नंबर से *786# मिलाएं और कहीं भी इजी पैसा रिटेलर से फ्री कैश डिपॉजिट करवाएं। इजी पैसा मोबाइल अकाउंट आजमाओ, क्योंकि इसमें आप ही का फायदा है।
एक एहसास से जुड़े लाखों दिल, हम हैं पाकिस्तान, सुपर है पाकिस्तान।
Jazz 4G Wi-Fi device. बचत हो गई।
High speed internet on the go with Jazz 4G Wi-Fi devices.
दुनिया को बता दो।
डर से मत करो, क्योंकि डर के आगे जीत है।
Always front row पर always करें जैसे चाहो बढ़ो आगे। नाताल है नगर 8 घंटों तक। बैठो छाजा सीखो करती जाओ। Always पूरे दिन का तहफ़्फ़ुज़ आज़माओ। आगे बैठो front row का फ्यूचर बनाओ। खुश रहो always।
Focus. Power always brings out the real you. Oppo F5. Capture the real you. चाय कैफे के साथ। अरे वाह, बड़े शेड्स वेड्स एकदम टॉम क्रूज लग रहा है मेरा भाई। डिस्काउंट तो मिल रही थी, सोचा ट्राई कर लूं। क्या बात है बॉय, शादी के बाद बड़े रंगीन ड्रेस पहनने लग गया। बस यार डिस्काउंट भी मिल रही थी, सोचा ट्राई कर लूं। और अभी कहाँ? बस यार डिस्काउंट भी मिल। तुम लोग कर लो छोड़, मैं जा रहा हूँ इजी कार्ड। अरे रुक, तू ये भी डिस्काउंट पे ले लेना।
इजी पैसा मोबाइल अकाउंट ट्राई करें और इजी कार्ड के साथ बहुत सारे टेलीनॉर बंडल्स पर डिस्काउंट एंजॉय करें। अकाउंट एक्टिवेट करने के लिए अभी अपने टेलीनॉर नंबर से *786# मिलाएं और कहीं भी इजी पैसा रिटेलर से फ्री कैश डिपॉजिट करवाएं। इजी पैसा मोबाइल अकाउंट आजमाओ, क्योंकि इसमें आप ही का फायदा है।
अब इनका नाश्ता है डिलाइट। कम वक्त में भरपूर गुजारिए। अब मंडे बोले संडे, ये रहे all day active।
K&N's Delight। जब दूध और अंडे में मिले स्ट्रॉबेरी, वनीला और बनाना का फ्लेवर, तो बनता है मजेदार स्विस रोल। जो